Hello, everybody, and welcome to what is round number 2 here around Imola for Division 5 in RSF1. I am your streamer, RSF1 Chris, and I'm joined with my co-coms, as always, Mr. Immortal.
Hello, hello.
How you doing today, mate?
I am good. Apart from having the big corona.
Oh, you've got it now.
COVID.
Nah.
It goes around.
We're all getting it bit by bit.
Good.
Yeah. I suppose at least you didn't get it over Christmas and it ruined your whole holiday, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you have got lucky. You have got lucky to get it off that period.
But I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, we are here for the Division 5 race. I believe there are a few reserves stepping in today. We've got Mr. Egon, who is a driver I know very well, very handy driver. NPB Pro, oh, that's a lot of letters. Chosen Tolby, and I think that might be it. I believe Yatesy Ewan's a proper driver, and if I'm missing anybody else, I'm sure I'll be corrected. But
Maybe Ramsey?
we also have... Oh, Ramsey, yeah, he could be a reserve, actually, yes, good point.
Yes, he is. He's stepping in for Mr. Hobnovich.
Yes. Yeah, Hobnob. You fell for it now.
Hobnob for short.
But last week's winner, Aaron Batt, who was actually a stand-in reserve in the Haas car last week, is now a full-time driver in the Haas. So he is now here permanently with us. So that's going to be interesting to see what he gets up to in this season.
Yeah, well, you come in for your first race and win it. You're giving an impression, aren't you? So, see if he
well,
can
yeah, you set
carry
yourself
on
up for failure, basically.
Yeah, can't do any better than that. Maybe you can get the fastest lap as well today.
Yeah. Hopefully so. So talking of that, would you like to run us through the standings after race number 1, if possible?
So I won't say the points tally because we do run off the normal F1 points tally.
Yeah, it's quite obvious.
So first is Aaron Batt. Second is James Petty. Third is Skyline. Fourth is Jokers. Fifth is Hobnomovich. Mouthful there.
Hobnob.
Sixth is MT the Mighty. Seventh is Yatesy. Dimmer is 8th. And 9th is both Daniel P45 and Stars Orphan, both with 2 points because Daniel finished 10th with the fastest lap.
I didn't even know he got the fastest lap last week, so that's news to me.
Extra
Tell
point.
her where I am. Yeah, exactly. That's really good. Oh, there's Williams coming out of the pit lane. That's always a tricky pit lane around here because you've got that nuisance of just coming out onto the racing line. And that is never ideal. But hopefully everyone can avoid carnage into that corner. But the first driver on a lap, well, I say on a lap, he's in the gravel trap now, is Chosen Tolby. He went slightly wide there and got the car into the gravel, which is very, very easily done. I've done that many, many times in practice so far. But we're going to stay with him and see what the banker lap for everybody else is going to be to aim for. As long as he keeps it valid. So easy to go off the track around here and have an invalidated lap. But so far, looking very clean and very smooth. Coming around the corner, and hello there, Papa Smurf. Welcome in the chat. And very nice of him saying good luck to everybody. But Chosen Tolby, it's been a really good lap, actually, other than the gravel trap incident. He seems to be nailed up with this track. I did a practice with him early. He looked very, very handy. But he's coming around the final few corners now. Don't run wide on the penultimate corner, because it will invalidate your next lap as well. As he sets the banker lap of a 17.6. Not the best, but it's something for everyone to aim for. As Invade has invalidated. Don't know where he did that, but he has invalidated somewhere.
Yeah, I feel that this track definitely will bring up a bit of a shuffled grid order with people not being able to set valid laps as well.
Yes.
It's one of the trickiest
That lap
circuits.
from James Petty, could actually top this session or be very near the top of what we're aiming for in qualifying. Because I can't get near that and I'm in the division above. So that's good. It's always concerning.
I've done one practice session on this track and that's it. So I will be slower than that, more than likely as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one for everybody.
Second.
Yeah, 16.9, so he's only 1.1 off of James Petty at the moment. We've got Aaron, though, on a lap. Looks like Aaron is pushing. I would say it's between James and Aaron, from what I've seen in pace over today, between James and Aaron for the front row of the grid. As Aaron now comes to the line, he's going to be in the 15s. So it's going to be a 15.6 already. Wow, okay. They're setting a lot more faster laps than I was expecting. Okay, that's terrifying.
We should have been in the driver's seat today, I feel.
I think
rather
we should
than
have.
in the comms box.
Yeah, I think we're in the wrong place, me and you today. Oh no. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week to see where everybody's going to end up. But I do believe Aaron and James, they'll be battling for pole, and the pole position lap between those two is going to be like a high 14, maybe low 15.
Robert's in the
That's
chat
kind of...
saying, yes, James, to be fair, he's worked his socks off this week. By working, do you mean not working and doing loads of practice? I presume so.
Yeah. Hello, Dano. How you doing? But yeah, it's a track where you've got to absolutely nail it. And the thing is, in a 32-lap race, you've got to nail it every lap, or you're going to collect some penalties around here. It's so easy to run wide and just collect anything around this circuit.
I was watching yesterday and I was
earlier.
actually surprised by the amount they didn't get. I thought they did spectacularly well with the pens yesterday.
Yeah, sorry. I was about to talk and nearly choked instead. Yeah, they did really well on the penalties front of things. I was, like you said, I was amazed as well because I was expecting a lot more. Oh God! Give me a second, mate.
Dano, I'm good. I still haven't driven this track. I've only done like an hour, so I guess I'm only an hour up on you, and that's in total. Sliverin, hello, and Chris is the worst TP. Well, that's.
Mando's off the track. He's in the gravel trap at the turn 2, turn 3 corner there. Don't know how he's ended up over there, but nice little place to be exploring. And yeah, Zach doesn't like me, does he?
Friendly band.
He picks on me. Yeah. Worst TP, but I have a couple wins to my team's name, I think, and a couple podiums. So it's not too bad. Who is on a lap as it stands? Mando is definitely not because he has been in the gravel this time. Daniel is just starting a lap. Daniel P45. With an orange helmet in a red car. That will infuriate certain musical rockets. There seems to be a car off the road. It looks like it is a Aston Martin.
I think
what's happened to the Aston.
We should channel our inner Gok Wang and put some complaints about that colour combination.
I'm somebody that likes to stand out in the car, but orange with red, I'm not sure on that one there. It doesn't seem right. Huh? You're in my car, Chris.
Oh, bit of oversteer.
Yeah, but you're in my car, Sliverin. You've stole mine. We swapped for what we wanted anyway. It's been an okay lap here from Daniel. He's made a few errors. But, I mean, you'd expect that around here on one of your first laps in qualifying. You have to just get into grips of the track, otherwise you're going to be nowhere.
Yeah, as long as you set a half-decent lap to start with. I mean, there's 9 minutes left on the clock, so you can... Yeah. Plenty of time to improve.
You can improve. Yeah, you can easily improve on that 17 too. As we have a Mercedes coming around the final few corners. Just give Hunt some time for his car to be on the screen. As Yates Ewan now comes to the line, what's he going to do? It's going to be an 18-something. Or 19-1. Okay, a bit slower than I was expecting.
Gon's gone purple sector 2. So, he may be up there.
Whoa! Country Bear comes around the corner. And Stars Orphan was on the racing line, and there was nothing Crunchy could do. Crashed into the back of him, and that's a 5-place grid penalty for Stars.
That's
understandably too.
Egon puts himself P3 while that was going on.
Yeah, Egon is a handy driver when he nails the lap. I've raced him a few times over a few different seasons on different games. He's very, very good when he gets it going. But I think him, James Petty, they know each other very well because they both come from a previous racing series where I was with them. So they should be good racing together, and they're about the same pace when they're on it.
Jason Tolby puts it up to 7th. There was 16.8.
Skyline purple's the middle sector, but I presume that's for him. As he's now coming down into the hard braking zone, which is downhill as well, so you've got to be very careful you don't go wide. Very tricky corner. As he comes around the final corner now, he's going to set... I think this is going to be in the 15s. Might even be low 16s. And it's 16-0. I was about right. Lovely lap that from Skyline. Now, Stars Orphan, I think, is the next guy on a lap. Do we have anybody starting a lap soon? Would you like to take us through on board with a lap for FIFA Jokers when he starts in a moment?
I can do.
He's in that beautiful little Williams thing.
Well, he's done the last corner, so he hasn't invalidated this and next lap. Always a bonus. Right, open up the ERS. Stick it far as right as you can, swing it into the apex. Carry as much speed as you can through, flat out through the last corner there. And then pick your braking point. Same again. Try and carry as much speed as you can. Heavy braking, turn in as late as possible. I seem to think is the best way for this corner. Up the hill, fast left, try not to go too wide. You can invalidate on the right hand.
Good line through there.
Hits the apex. This is a tricky one. Can he get on the throttle early enough? Then coming up to chicane, brake hard, try and cut as much as possible, which I tend not to do. I tend to take
Ewan
it as 2 corners and take
by the
too
way.
much time.
Oh yeah, I do that as well.
Downhill for the last 2 corners, stick into 3rd, try and roll it out around. 4th coming out, a bit hesitant on the acceleration, DRS, stay to the right, to the line.
Or in his case, go as far left as possible.
Well, he lost a bit of time, but I think it's going to be safe, I think.
Yeah. Well, during the lap there, I noticed that Yatesy Ewan had a spin. We also had Mr. Blue Sky in a spin, but then Ewan had another spin where he had to turn himself around, and I think he had to drive the wrong way briefly, and he did get disqualified. So we have lost our first driver of Q1, and it's the Mercedes.
Have MT the Mighty and Invade retired in the pits with 5 minutes to go?
Yes, they have. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I do believe it's because they've seen the difference in the times at the moment, and they're probably underestimating the other drivers.
Where do you think the cutoff is then? What time?
I think they're probably about where the cutoff will be. Maybe a 16-7, 16-8 roughly. Oh, as Crunchy Bear explores the rest of the circuit. But yeah, I think a 16-7, 16-8 is where you want to be above to be safe. But yeah, any of these drivers can put in a much faster lap than what they've done at the moment. Kabuki is a 10th up as it stands. Tomo is miles down according to my Delta. Yes, he is. Okay, we'll just go on board with Kabuki then. Where's Locker to, actually? Oh, Locker's coming around the final few corners. That's got to be invalidate. How's he got away with that then? Locker, you're cheating, mate. Ah, and he's pitted. Locker's exploring a different circuit.
Yeah, Kabuki's 4 attempts up.
100%.
The last 2 corners.
Yes, I can, Eagle. No problem. My bad. There you go. Yeah, Kabuki has not done it. That's 17.5. I mean,
Invades calling cut off at 16.8.
yeah, so I'm about right then. To be honest, Invade, that was roughly a guess from me, so I mean, I haven't guessed too badly. But JJ, I know he's got a lot more in him. If he can absolutely nail this lap together, he's being engineered by a certain musical rocket today, so he's going to have a good man behind him. So let's see what JJ can do. Coming around the final couple corners, as long as he keeps it valid, just about. Around the final corner, what's it going to be? Probably going to be a low 16, it looks like. No, a high set. Oh dear, that's nowhere near where I thought. Alright, JJ, got a lot more to go there yet, mate. Crunchy Bear now coming around the tricky little couple corners here.
Hopefully he's got enough.
Anybody else on the lap?
Hopefully JJ's got enough fuel to do another lap. Otherwise,
he's done for. What's JJ's fuel saying?
Stars and Yatesy.
Yeah. Yes, I didn't really even realise Stars Orphan has retired.
Yeah, I'd have thought he'd have had
good
time to get out unless he doesn't feel that he's got the pace today. And
yeah,
happy
maybe
to
as
start
Crunchy
slow
Bear
down.
just puts himself safe briefly, but that is gonna be at risk. That lap, he needs to go better. As Daniel shows it was at risk, and Crunchy Bear's back into the bottom 5. Daniel goes up to P5. Dano, that's decent. I don't think it'll be anywhere near the front, but it's a decent lap. So far, it looks like it's going to be an interesting quali. Kabuki is up by 2 tenths. But there is a little bit of a gap between the top lot and the rest, as I've just noticed. There seems to be a big of a gap, like form. We got a 15.6, 15.7, then a 16.0, and then we drop down. Actually, no, it's not too bad, to be fair. If you look at the gaps between the drivers, it's not too bad. Yeah, it looked like more if you just look from the bottom to the top. But it is not as much as I thought.
I think if you take out the top 2, I think it's a lot closer. I think they're definitely on it today.
Oh yes, they certainly are. They seem to be in another world. If they can keep going like this, they will be the front row of the grid, I would say. As now Kabuki comes to line, is he going to do enough? No, he does improve though. But he's not enough to beat Tomo's lap. And Tomo has invalidated. Tomo might not get around and do another lap here.
So Crunchy Bear's on another lap.
Yeah, but he's got his fuel light on. JJ is nearly 5 tenths up as it stands, which will be enough to... yeah, it'll be enough to put him through as it will stand. So if JJ can keep this lap clean, doesn't invalidate anywhere, he'll be fine. As he's now coming down into the tricky downhill left-hander. Hard braking, can he get it right? We go on board with him slightly, he goes wide, he gets away with it though. As he comes around the final corner now, this should be enough to put him in the top group and safe. And he does go 10th place, 16.6. Lovely lap that from JJ, that'll be enough.
Crunchy Bear's equalled his first 2 sectors, so he needs to pull it out in the last. He's pulled out of it.
Yeah,
I think he
had enough.
lost too much time. So I think that is all she wrote.
Yep, Kabuki's boxed. Tomo is up by 2 tenths though. And this will drag him out of the bottom 5. So if he can get this lap together, he will be safe. As long as he keeps it clean. Now he's coming around. Oh, he's gone slightly deep. But gets away with it, recovers it. And has that lost him any time? Coming now to the second sector point. He is 4 tenths up. As it stands, Tomo will be perfectly safe if he can keep this lap valid. He's trying to be... he was very careful through the chicane. He was very, very far away from the edge of the track. Now hard braking zone. Can he get this right? Yes, he can. Now around into final corner. As long as he doesn't run out of fuel, he'll be fine. Drives to the line. Is he going to do enough? It should be. And he goes P12. Lovely lap that from Tomo. And he makes himself safe and eliminates Locker in the process. RSF1 Locker is out. I didn't see that coming.
No,
I
he's
thought
one
Locker would
that
be
you would
safe.
think that would be able to get through. But
Yeah, I
he's
thought he'd be
obviously not
fine.
been able to get his lap together.
Yeah, that's not ideal for Locker at all. That's a bit harsh, Invade. Come on now. You can't be saying Locker wash. That's a bit mean. Anyway, at the end of Q1 here, Aaron tops the session. And at the very bottom, we lose 5 drivers. In Yatesy Ewan, who got disqualified, unfortunately. Stars Orphan, who will be starting maybe last, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he'll start last.
Crunch-
5 seconds.
Crunchy Bear, Kabuki, and RSF1 Locker. That's some shockers as Blue Sky scrapes through and Chosen Tolby just above him. Wow. Well, everyone's abusing Locker now. Oh dear. Oh, poor man. He had a rough week last week in the race. Be nice to him.
Hippo's in the chat. Well, he should be on the racetrack.
He's on a school trip. Some sort of school trip. He didn't tell me what kind of school trip it was, but apparently he couldn't miss it. Well, I got, there we go. I was going to say what's going on in the session. But we're all good. And we wait for the first driver to come out.
Yeah, they're just
Scanning
you
until
see,
one of them comes out.
watching them all switch over to the mediums.
Oh yeah, I always right. They need to fix this problem in future games where, you know, whatever you set in the previous session actually remains on the settings.
Oh,
Quite annoying. Skyline will be our first driver, and he's coming out as it shows me on the softs, but you never know. The thing is, around here, the strategy is very odd. You could either do the medium soft, or potentially medium hard if you're brave. Can you get Invade back in for me, please?
yeah, I'll give him.
Or you could also do the soft medium. And there's not really that much of a difference between the two strategies. So it depends what the driver's preference is. Do they want to be faster at the end, or do they want to be faster straight off the bat and just be aggressive? As we have a yellow flag already. Don't know how that's happened on this straight. But yeah, Skyline is our first boy on track in the Alpha Tauri. Which is a lovely looking car. It's just a shame they've got Slithering in one of the seats.
Oh, they got some great drivers.
Yeah, I mean, their TP, Easton, is a very, very good driver up in Division 1. And, yeah. Yeah.
Seem to have a bit of.
Oh, I
COVID
forgot
coughing
you were
going
an
on.
AlphaTauri driver. Oh, Skyline's invalidated both laps. I didn't even clock. Whoops. Well, that's unfortunate. Who's the next guy on a lap? I actually completely forgot you were an AlphaTauri driver.
Gosh. Well, I'm an AlphaTauri driver for the first few laps until someone dinks me.
Yeah. And then you're in a wall.
And then I'm a spectator.
It's more fun being a spectator. You have no pressure on you that way. It's lovely. Oh, okay, Mando. There is a corner there somewhere. As he completely misses it. Unfortunate for Mando. That probably means his lap's going to be not great from that point on. So we'll go back to the next guy on a lap.
Invade's joined back. Let's hope he knows about the timing glitch.
He's also going to probably get fresh tyres, is he not, for rejoining?
I don't know if
that
they're
only
actually
in-
fresh or they just show as fresh.
Right.
Like in the menu. I'm unsure. So.
Joker's made a big mistake there. No one's getting a clean lap together so far.
Tomo's
Anybody
lap
on a lap here?
seems alright from what I've
Oh yeah,
witnessed
Hail
so
King
far.
Tomo. He's got a lot. Do you know what? I've just gained a lot of respect for Tomo. He is running exactly the same helmet that I run. You beautiful man. Love it. Same colour scheme, everything. Love that, Tom. As Daniel goes top with a 17.2 and quickly beaten by Blue Sky on a 16.7. Laps are coming in now from the lads. Is that 16.7? Do you think that's a medium lap or could that be a soft?
I don't know the timings around here to be.
I'm not 100% sure myself. I've only done a few laps. Which is the story I'm sticking to. As Tolby goes to a 16.5. Beaten by Aaron on a 16.4. Oh my, these laps are coming in now. Who else is on a lap? Is it Egon next? Egon to the line now, does a 17.8. Who else is next? We got Pro, I'm going to call him Pro, coming around into the final sector. He's got a lot of letters in there. Now he's coming down, heavy braking zone. Can he get this right? Doesn't look too bad. And he's done well as well to get through his first ever qualifying session in the league. So credit to him. Now he's coming to the line. What's he going to do? It's going to be a 17.0. So that's fourth. And now everyone else is on an outlap. As Invade has spun on his outlap. That's not ideal. He's trying to stay out of the way now. Make sure he doesn't do anything silly. Get some TV time here, Invade.
My coughing is getting picked up.
Oh, I haven't heard anything yet, mate, so you're all good. You can't help coughing. Who is on a lap right now? James Petty's just cruising. Skyline's cruising.
A lot on outlaps.
So from what I see, there appears to be a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people on outlaps. Mando's down. Egon's down. Yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, I think we just wait now for somebody. Okay, we'll go on board with Invade. I'll run you with a lap with Invade, why not? Now, coming down into turn 1, it's slightly on an angle, so you need to make sure you get the braking point right, as he slightly does miss it. Turn 2, not brilliant there. Turn 3, keep on the throttle, not too bad. Now, this is a flowing left-right through here. You need to nail this. You can gain so much time or lose so much time, which he's got right now into the heavy braking zone of their hairpin. Normally go into second there, but he stays in third. On the acceleration, it's very clean, so no throttle problems at all. Now he's coming up into the left. You can nail this corner, but you can also invalidate. That was very close. Now he's coming down into the hard braking zone of the right-hander. This is a nightmare corner as he loses the back end. And he's got onto the grass. He might just complete this lap to have a lap delta. But that was a little bit messy there from Invade, but he's still going. What can he do to the line? He's coming down now into the hard braking point of the left-hander. Downhill, like I said, so it's completely tricky. You can miss your braking zone and go straight on. Now around the final corner, he comes to the line. What can he do? He stays on the track, so that's good. And he does a 17.3. It's okay, but there's loads more time in that lap.
Line, 16.0. Wow.
Alright, James. Fair enough. Very good lap from Petty. Now Skyline, what can Skyline do? He's going to do a 17.4. Now Ramsey. Ramsey? Yeah, Ramsey. I just had to double check that I didn't say Randy there, because I did get slightly confused. But we're all good, it did say Ramsey.
I'm
not with
the
it
old
today.
brainwash. You see different words.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nightmare. It happens to me sometimes. Oh dear. But at the moment, the only two cars that have not set a lap are both on outlaps. It's the two Red Bulls. MT the Mighty V2. I guess there was a version 1 that we haven't seen. And M&JJ's, as MT now starts his lap. He had a bit of a wiggle out of the final corner, so that might cost him a tiny bit of time. But let's see what he can do. He's a quick driver when he's on it. But a lot of these drivers have never drove this track or never raced here before, because it's new to the game this year, and it's a beautiful track, but the curbs are deadly. Now he's coming down into the left-right. Gets it right, as long as he gets the exit fine, and he does actually. That's pretty nailed through there as he goes 24.8 through the first sector. Now he comes around. What's he going to do up here? It's uphill right into a left. Bit of a tricky section. If you get it right, it feels beautiful. If you get it wrong, you're normally in a wall. And he gets it about right now into the heavy braking of this right corner, uphill. Nails that, to be honest with you. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, very
now he's
smooth.
coming down. Yeah, now down into the chicane. Can he get the chicane right? Go on board with him through the chicane. See what the... he's a bit cautious through there, you know. He had a lot more in that chicane than he took. Now he's coming down into the downhill braking zone.
Is he being safe? Is he being... He knows he
I
needs
think
to
he's
just
trying
get
to get
through.
a lap on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Get
doesn't
a lap
look
on
like
the
this is
board.
the
Just get through.
knocks the bollard.
Go
And he goes 7th. He will need to improve that because somebody will put the soft tyres on and somebody will ruin his day. We do have a car off the track there. JJ's coming up behind an AlphaTauri, but JJ has backed out of his lap. James Petty has retired. He thinks that's enough. And James, to be honest with you, it's more than enough. Invade has gone in the pits.
Talking of the softs, Egon and Mando, from our view anyway, at least, are on the softs.
Ramsey goes 9th. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Egon's on the softs right now. This lap is looking pretty neat. Coming to the line now. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 16.5. Maybe it's not the softs. I don't know. That's a bit of a disappointing lap if that's the soft tyres. As Mando loses the back end but catches it. That was nearly the end of Mando's night. Well, especially for quali anyway. Evening, Timmer. Now, is anybody else on the lap? Ramsey's done. Empty the Mighty's cruising. Is this a lap? Yeah, it looks like a lap starting here with Mr. Pro. As he comes down into the left, right, flick the car through, try and keep the momentum. He is just down on his lap by 0.011. He's got time to find. As a car in the background loses the back end. I think it was a Mercedes. So it could have been Tolby. Well, it would have been Tolby if it was a Mercedes,
Yeah, it
actually.
is.
Yes, I just remembered the other one's out. As Pro now comes through here. I saw a car off the track there. It is one of the McLarens. It is Ramsey.
Yeah, I think they're just getting
Now
out of the way.
attack here. Yeah.
Cruising around.
Yeah, it's a nightmare track to get out of the way. It's just so narrow. Very, very narrow. Evening, Ben. As he comes around the final couple corners now, can he get this right? Don't get on the throttle too early because you will spin. This should be an improvement on his previous lap. No, he's lost some time somewhere. And it's not. That might be him done. He might have to hope that's enough. Because I have no idea how long's left in the session because we have a yellow flag constantly in the corner.
3 minutes. So, you're in the pits.
Get out.
You've not got long to go.
No. If you're in the pit lane, you need to start thinking about exiting the pits, take a slow out lap, and give yourself a second lap if you need it.
Quite a few
Invade
switching over
is
to the
starting
softs.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. I think I would like to be on the track just in case everybody goes softs. If I was in that top 10. Just to be on the track, just for the precautionary reason, you can set a lap if you have to. To be honest, Slytherin, the soft strategy can work. Soft to medium. It's not many different. And there'll probably be an early safety car. So soft, soft, medium, soft, medium, soft. There's a way around it. Or maybe even use the hards if you're crazy enough. Now, JJ just seems to be circling around on used tyres at the moment. So it seems a bit of a strange strategy, that, from JJ. Invades our furthest up soft runner, I believe, on the track right now.
Invades.
He's
almost 6 tenths up coming out of the second.
Yeah. He nails that as well. He is going to top this session. He's going to top it if he's on the softs. This is looking very, very clean. Tolby's retired. I presume that's in the pits. As Invade now comes around the final corner, it's looking clean. He didn't use all the track though, so there's a lot more time in this. As he goes 16.2, so it's not a perfect lap from Invade. As we now need to find FIFA Jokers, who's coming to the line now. What can he do? Oh, that was a slow lap. Brilliant. Mando's on an out lap. Anybody else on a flying lap right now behind him? Tomo is, who I believe is on the soft compound of tyre as well. Comes around the final few corners. Try not to invalidate there. He's very brave on the curb. He used way too much of the curb. I wouldn't like to. Now he comes to the line. He runs out of deployment. Goes P8. That won't be enough, I don't think, for Tomo. I think he's going to be in danger zone there.
Yeah, I think so.
JJ... Yeah, JJ has improved, but JJ is done. That is his session. JJ is out. And it looks like FIFA Jokers might be out as well, unless he can get around and do another lap. He's cruising. So Tomo might be okay. Ranzi's out. Ranzi is in the pit lane. He's just boxed at the end of that lap, so he's invalidated somewhere. As Mando loses the back end! Oh, Mando! You need to keep this lap clean or you are out of Q2.
FIFA Joker's got 20 seconds to get to the line.
Oh, he's not gonna... Is he gonna do it? It's gonna be close. Going to have a look to see if he's gonna make it. It's gonna be very, very close as long as he gets on the throttle early through here. I think he's made it.
I think he's made it.
Mando has invalidated on the final corner. Mando's out. Or has he got more time? No, he's invalidated both laps. So even if he has more time, it's not going to matter.
The only person would be Invade that should have the wrong time. And he's second,
yeah,
so he's...
Yeah. If I was Invade, I would retire just to be safe. As Daniel now comes to the line. Should top the session. No, he doesn't. P9. You expect these soft runner laps to be a lot faster than they are. They just don't seem to be that quick unless they're all medium tyres.
No, I believe a lot of them were softs because they were 1 lap old tyres, but...
And FIFA Jokers is invalidated. That is it for FIFA Jokers. As he aggressively takes that chicane, probably out of absolute frustration. And I don't blame him. But from this session, we are going to be losing. Is it both Red Bulls? I think it's both Red Bulls.
Yeah, it is.
Because I mixed that colour up with the Williams because it looks very, very similar.
Yeah, you would have thought the game would have chosen different colours. We have 3
blues.
Yeah,
it's very annoying. But after a pretty straightforward session for the top few, the rest of them, we don't know if these are soft compound tyres or not, but James Petty tops this session, and I believe he did top the first one as well. But we go down here, we lose FIFA Jokers in the Williams, Mando in the Ferrari, Ramsey in the McLaren, M and JJ's in the Red Bull, and the other Red Bull of MT the Mighty. That's unfortunate, but Pro makes it through just about. Daniel gets through as well. But as I said, James Petty is looking fast this week. He's at the top there, Invade just behind him, and then you've got Aaron and Egon, the reserve, sat in 4th. Not too bad for Q2 there. So, anybody in the chat, who is your bet for pole position? We're going to get it done nice and early, so everyone can get their opinions in before anyone sets a lap. So we can't cheat. Who are you thinking, Immortal, for pole position tonight?
You would think James and Aaron. Skyline has also got a shout, and so has Egon, but the front 2 would be Aaron and James. Yeah. If I was a bookmaker, Dimmer saying James Petty. It's a good shout.
Yeah. I think James Petty's gonna be everybody's shout for a pole, but I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna say Invade. I think Invade's got this. I think Invade will put the perfect lap together and he'll put his car in pole position.
I think one of them may bottle it and invalidate both laps. I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works.
Oh, okay.
Someone's gonna be ending up 9th or 10th when they should be further up.
So put a beautiful amount of pressure on somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. As Lincoln thinks I'm going to get pole position. That's quite difficult from the comms box. But thank you for your confidence. It's going to be quite tricky from here. Slytherin thinks that's funny. Yep, great. Go back to whatever you were doing before, Slytherin. Right, first lap of Q3 is going to belong to DOR Skyline 2756. That's for you, Lincoln, seeing you like reading out the whole names. Skyline's going to be our first lap, as long as he doesn't invalidate. I mean, if I was being biased, Roberts, I would definitely go with my boy Aaron. But I'm going to be neutral until the race. Come on, Skyline, through the first few corners. He's got that absolutely on rails through that. That was lovely. Now into the flick left-right corner. As long as you carry your momentum through here, you're going to be fast. But he did ride the curb on the inside, so that will cost him maybe a tenth. Into the hard brake in 24-7. Sector 1 through there. What is everybody else up to at the moment? Can you check for me in a moment Aaron's Sector 2 lap, Sector 2 time, please?
Yeah.
And I'll let you know Skyline when he gets there. Skyline coming now into the uphill right, which is a nightmare. You can lose the back end there nice and easily, as he does a 50.7 Sector 2 through there. It's not too bad. It's looking like a clean little lap. As I just go on board with Invade, who has invalidated. But Skyline is flying as it stands. Now, what's he going to do into the final few corners? As we've got a yellow flag. Someone's had a mistake somewhere. Skyline to the line now. What's this going to be? It's going to be a 16-0.
50.3 was Aaron's.
Okay, so he's a little bit down then, as it stands. We've got a couple cars now coming to the line. Invade, obviously invalidated. Aaron into the final few corners. I completely lost where Tomo was on the track there. Sorry, Tomo. As Aaron now comes to the line, he's found some... Wow. He found a lot of time in that final sector. 15.5. Who is the next car? As Invades off the circuit. James Petty now around the final few corners. What can he do? James Petty to the line. Is he going to take provisional pole back for the moment? He does with a 14.9. Our first car in the 14s in this session. As now Pro in the Haas is coming around the final few corners. What can he do? Can he do his TP proud for the one night? Around the final corner. What can he do? He's going to go 16-0 maybe? Oh, 15.9. Okay. Just in the 15s. As we just had another lap come in there from Chosen Tolby, I believe it was. Invade goes off the track again.
It was Mr. Blue Sky, P7 with a 16.5.
Ah. So many laps going on at once on such a small track. It's so hard to keep up with where everybody is. As Daniel looks like he wasn't too comfortable through the chicane there. He was well off the throttle for ages. But he's now coming down into the downhill braking left-hander. Try not to invalidate on the exit. He gets that very, very nicely. Oh, he lost the back end there. And that's going to ruin his entire lap and his next lap if he tried to do another one. 16.9. Now it looks like we might have a little cooldown period whilst everyone boxes.
I believe Daniel has gone for another lap in his own tyres.
Has he? Well, why is he doing that? Oh, Muddy's comparing laps in the chat. Naughty Muddy was told not to do that.
What's that?
Nah, you can't be comparing laps. It's such a short track. You can't be comparing laps at all.
I mean, it's nice to see what you can do at the best. But obviously, being in the race and being in quali, you know,
exactly.
There are a few quali merchants out there. I can. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'm so bad in the race, but quali, I mean, you can almost bet on me to be on pole position. Probably not this week, but most weeks. And Muddy, the person that said that is Mr. RSF1 Hunt. Daniel is invalidated on the final corner.
But I guess that's the saving grace. You can just dive into the pits.
Well, yeah, exactly. Now we have our first runner of the second stint on track. You seen the chat?
Yeah,
You
it's
seen
just
the chat, Amor?
bouncing back and forwards.
I don't want to read that out. I'm not reading that bit out.
Muddy saying Lincoln's going to bottle Wednesday. Pretty much.
Yeah, more than likely. Lincoln, nobody likes the track to drive it. It's great to commentate on. To drive, it's not fun. It's awful.
Lincoln agreeing.
Do we do? Rubens has woke up and chose violence. Love to see it. So, anyway, back to the lap. Skyline, what can he do? As we've got a car off track. Who is it? Oh, it's Invade. Invade's gone for a spin at turn 1 and turn 2.
This is a very tidy first sector from Skyline.
Oh, he's 3 tenths up as it stands, so he's going to be... Oh, he needs a lot more. He's going to be challenging if he finds a lot more time here. But he could be putting himself in contention for the front row if he carries on. Tricky right corner here. Try not to mess up the braking and get the acceleration about perfect. As he does a 50.4. So he's only nearly 3 tenths up. But I know he's very cautious through here last time. Looks clean. Looks like he's got a lot more in this lap. As he now comes down into the downhill left-hander. Looks like a decent lap. He keeps that valid, but I've seen the game invalidate you there before for that exact line, but no idea. As he now comes to the line, and he goes P3 for 15.666. Felt like I was on repeat there.
It's just summon the devil.
Wouldn't be surprised if I do it. Yeah, to be honest with you, Lincoln, I might be doing a Cornish tomorrow on Thursday. It's a bit of an issue around here. But Pro now on the next lap. Everyone else is starting a lap, I believe, but Pro is on a lap. Coming through the middle sector now. What's he going to do for his middle sector time when he gets around these double right-hander? Everyone's taking that corner a lot better than I'm taking it.
Invalidated. He's jumped into the pit, so hopefully he can get another set on and get out again.
That's a straight... Yeah, so he's invalidated the final corner, so he's gambling on the fact that pit crew are going to get him in and out in time. And I doubt that, to be honest with you. I think Eagle might be done. You know what the pit crew's like on this game? They're slow.
Yeah, it is a short lap
painful.
though, so...
Yeah, true. As Pro now to the line, what's he going to do? Doesn't improve. Oh, he does improve his lap, but doesn't improve his position. Next car on track is going to be Mr. Hail King Tomo, who is 4 tenths up on his old lap, but his old lap was quite poor, so you'd expect him to be. Now, what can Tomo do in these final couple corners? He doesn't use all the track like I've seen him use in prior laps. Good exit there onto the final corner and down the straight now. What can he do as he runs out of deployment again? 16.3, goes P6. Blue Sky now, next car to the line. He's going to go P6 as well. Everyone loves that P6 position right now. Invade, what
Daniel's
can he do?
round.
Oh no, Daniel's had an error. Who is on a lap though? We got Aaron coming to the final few corners. Pro, I think, might not be on a lap. No, he's out of fuel. Looks like it. Who is the next car on a lap? Tomo's done. Egon's on an outlap. So, yeah, Egon's going to be fine. He's just going to have to do a very fast outlap, otherwise he won't make it. Now, one of the pole contenders, Aaron, has started a lap, and James Petty is middle sector. He's only 0.009 off of his first lap time in the first sector there. As he runs wide, but I think he keeps it just okay. What can he do to the second sector? He's up by 1 1/10. This is... Oh, and he's invalidated. Oh, James. Aaron's not improving as it stands, but he needs to find time in this middle sector. It's looking okay. Good exit. I think that was better than he did last time. As he's 3 attempts down.
It's time by 3 tenths. Go 7th.
So many cars to the line now. James Petty doesn't improve. I think the track might have got worse. I don't think anyone's improving. Aaron to the line now. Can he find any time on that final corner? I don't think he's going to. No, he's lost loads of time. But he's now... I think he turned his ERS off. That was the reason. But it's looking like... It could be as it stays right now. But James Petty is up on his current lap. As we got a car off the track. Is it Egon? It is Egon. He's in the gravel trap. Now James comes around down into the tricky braking zone. Nails it through there. Loses the back end slightly on exit though. What can he do? Is he up? He is up slightly, but he's going to lose time with the ERS to the line. This lap will not improve. He will lose time to the line with his ERS deployment. If he does improve, I'll be amazed. He has 7%.
Yeah, but you gain some on the braking zone, so...
Yeah, that's right. Enough though to cost you time to the line, I think. As he goes really narrow, 15-0. Aaron is up though. Aaron is up on his current lap, but he needs a lot more time into these final couple corners. What can Aaron do? He uses most of the track. His fuel light's on, so hopefully he doesn't run out of fuel to the line for his sake. As he comes to the line now, what can he do? Is it going to be pole position for Aaron? No. The track has definitely got worse. And that is qualifying. No one improved on their second run. The first run was do or die for them. They had to set the lap on the first run, otherwise that was it. Not really sure why the track didn't rubber in, but because it normally does. Very odd.
Temperature dropping. Hopefully, maybe no one's mentioned the weather report, so I presume it's going to be a dry race. Would somebody like to tell us the weather? Please. Oh yeah, sorry Slytherin, I should not be mentioning the times. Yeah, my bad. Snowing. Yeah, Horizon, that's helpful. Thank you. Thank you, Horizon. If only we could get the chains out, wrap them around the tires.
Exactly.
It'd be fine.
That would be brilliant. That would be really fun, actually. Why is my phone going absolutely insane over here? Okay, cool. But there you go. Pole position, James Petty. Second is Aaron. To the front row is as I expected, but there's a huge gap between the field there to third. Okay, I think the track just ruined the times there for a lot of people. A lot of people had more time to find, but they just could not get the track to rubber in for their tyres in the second run. So as Immortal said, I think the track did not get warmer. I think it got colder. Screwed a few people. I just loaded in and it said something about Michael Schumacher coming third. Brilliant. You know, the announcement thing you get in your ear that you can hear from the game.
I never paid too much attention.
Oh, we got an early ready up. We have an early ready up from somebody.
One's eager, wants to get on with it.
Yeah, somebody just wants to get their night over and done with so they go to sleep. That's what it seems like.
Or haven't read the rule book.
More than likely.
But we'll leave that one.
Right, now I haven't got any things. There we go. Game was being weird, really weird there for me. Let me know when you're ready and we'll go through Sear Formation Lab.
Right. So, starting P20th with his 5-place grid drop, which dropped him to last, is Stars Orphan on softs. Yatesy in 19th, also chosen softs. Crunchy Bear Then comes Kabuki, Locker, FIFA Jokers, Mando, Ranzi, JJ's, MT the Mighty, all on mediums, which I would choose the harder tyres starting further back. And then we got a few soft runners in the top 10. Daniel P45 in 10th, Chosen Tolby in 9th, Hale King Tomo in 8th, RSF1 Invade in 7th. Then comes Mr. Blue Sky in 6th on the mediums. We'll call him Pro in the Haas on the mediums. Egon managed to get P4 on the softs. And then your front three are Skyline, Aaron Batt and James Petty, all on mediums.
And that was a very impressive formation lap, because you ran through that so fast.
Well, it's a minute 19, it's a minute lap. And Mr. Blue Sky has beat everyone to the grid,
dear.
so just give him the trophy now. He wins.
Yeah, exactly. He's a lap ahead of everybody, it's all good. Let him start the race. Oh, that would be funny if that was a thing in the game. You could just start the race. Everybody's coming around now to the line here for round number 2 of the RSF1 Division 5 season. Who is everybody's prediction for the race victory tonight? I think it's anybody's really, because the time penalties, the mistakes you can make around this circuit.
I think it's very unforgiving. I think it's more about playing it safe than outright speed.
Consistency tonight, I think, is what we're looking for. Right, now we wait for the lights. As we get the 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go here for Imola Division 5, as it's a brilliant launch from James Petty. Aaron doesn't get anywhere near a good launch. Egon looks like he's done okay off the line, but it's carnage behind. There's people side by side. So many cars are battling at the back, and there's carnage. It looks like Stars all
Ferrari round.
caught up in JJ's.
That's Mando.
Crunchy, Daniel as well, I think. This is carnage. As we got a Sector 1 yellow flag. I don't know if it's a safety car. I don't think it is. But that was a lot going on at the start of the race. As it looks like Aaron and James have just avoided everything. Egon on the soft tyres is going to be pushing them as hard as possible at the start. I think also the unfortunate Locker was caught up in that incident too. He's just got no luck. Looks like half the grid was actually.
Yeah, I think some of them got caught up or slowed down to avoid a lot of the bumps and scrapes. Tolby had an amazing start, jumped about 4 cars, but then I believe he might have got caught up or backed out of any progressing any further up.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him. It was pure carnage. And it looks like Stars Orphans had another moment. He has dropped off the back of the field. But here, after lap 1, James Petty leads the race. We got Aaron in 2nd, Egon in P3, Skyline 4th. As I bring up the positions gained, we'll see who the biggest gainers and biggest losers are of the race so far. As you got a couple drivers on 6 positions gained in FIFA Jokers and Kabuki, and positions lost that had to go to Daniel before the pit stop, but now it's also Ranzi.
Yatesy and Ranzi had to pit, so...
Yeah, I don't blame them. They had probably sufficient damage to get themselves out there, as we've also been made aware that people may have underfueled. Okay. I didn't see them on my screen, but I'm sure they'll pop in at some point. Yeah, Egon is one of them. Egon is one of the drivers that have underfueled, so he's predicting a safety car. But you never know with this game, they might not give you one. I would never risk underfueling. It's a silly risk to take.
Egon,
I'd rather finish with multiple laps extra.
Daniel are the 3 that have underfueled.
Yeah, it's a brave strategy.
I sometimes do, depending on track, really.
Well, if you can remember rightly, the France social or pre-season race. Do you remember how many people ran out of fuel?
Yeah, there was about 3 or 4. It was crazy.
It was Ethan, James Petty, and somebody else that I can remember off the top of my head. But Ethan's now in Division 4. but the rest of them I cannot remember, as we got a couple of cars that are miles off the back now, Yatesy, Ewan and Ramsey, after obviously early pit stops. But they've both gone to the hard compound of tyres, so can that tyre get to the end?
James Petty is just about managing to stay out the DRS at the front.
Yeah, he's managing to get away, isn't he? And Egon is stuck.
Egon, the problem with Egon, he's used 95% of his ERS already.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, James is on 25. I mean, that's not ideal either. We got a yellow flag in sector 2. I think it might be an Aston Martin.
That's Invade.
And I think it's Invade. It is, yes, Invade. As Ramsey speeds into the pit lane, I think Ramsey might be calling it. As Invade is still stuck here facing backwards. He doesn't know what to do. He's trying to go when it's safe.
Yeah, has to spin on the spot. Gap. Yeah, well done. You can't creep backwards in this game because you will get disqualified.
Yeah, the game will just
well played for not just spinning it round when there's cars coming.
Exactly. As we go on board with Tomo now, he's going for a move down the inside of Pro. Looks like he might be. Oh! There's a bit of contact. It looked like Pro and Tomo did come together. I think it's just one of those where the track comes in on itself and you cannot do much about it. But yeah, there's a little bit of contact there. I don't know if either of them got any damage, but it does look like Tomo's losing time a tiny bit. We got another yellow flag, sector 3. It looks like it might be Invade again. Yeah, poor Invade. He's struggling.
Oh, man, JJ's going wide. Getting overtaken left, right and centre.
Yeah, JJ looks like he might be struggling, but he did do multiple laps in Q2, sorry, on those tyres, compared to everybody else doing one.
Randy has been lapped, so he's out of sync with the others.
Ah, okay, so Ramsey has had possibly the worst start to a Grand Prix you would ever have.
Unfortunately, yes, in his debut race. But
that's
it can only get better.
Oh yeah, but the problem Ramsey's got is the safety car. If it does come out and everybody else doesn't pit, you're not getting your lap back.
Yeah, that's the problem with this game. Although, saying that, someone posted how to actually do it. Basically, everyone in front of you who's in the normal position has to go wide while the safety car's out, like off the track, so then the last person can jump people, because if you're not on the track, you can drive past them, you can overtake them. So maybe that's something to look into. If I mean, the next game,
it wouldn't be the worst idea, would it, to have something in place? It's a bit.
Because once you're lapped,
it's not ideal.
It's over in this game. Which unless you get everyone like I say to go off track, if there's a lap car behind you when the safety car's out, so then they can overtake you, and then they can unlap themselves.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh, Egon
gets a time pen.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was Daniel. Sorry. Egon got the time pen.
Yeah, you read Egon getting a time pen at the same time. Daniel's got damage as well. He's lost his end plate on the right. As he loses the back end, he goes into the... Oh dear, Daniel. Oh dear, Daniel. He's done that twice now. He's gone into the wall again.
He's going along the wall.
That's not gone well. Yeah, that's not gone well for Daniel then. Oh dear. Anyway, back to the front. We've got Egon, Aaron and James still going, but the front two on the medium compound tyre. But Egon's still keeping with him on the soft. But you've also got a 6-second gap to Skyline behind them.
Yeah.
So that's not ideal.
But front three have abused their ERS. And Skyline hasn't. He's still got 65, so...
Exactly. Oh, come on you. Go over here. Sorry about that, just moving my cat. As Rocket lets me know that he's not happy. Or he's happy that Haas is struggling. Thank you, Rocket. Yeah, Aaron's also closing the gap.
And he takes him. Oh, Mr. Blue Sky must have had a moment coming out of that corner. Locker gets through as well.
Could there be some team driving coming into
Oh,
play
has
at
he
the
got
moment?
damage? Because now it's Crunchy Bear's trying to overtake him. Oh, a bit of wheel banging.
Yep. I've gone on board now to have a little look what's
Mr.
going
Blue
on
Sky's
back
gone
here.
wide. I believe he might have damage. Man, JJ's
Oh!
up the
James
inside.
is out! James is out! James Petty is out at the Grand Prix!
Safety car.
He's on the racing line as well, so everyone's got to be careful as the Haas nearly hits him. He lost the back end, I believe, going through. And that was not ideal. I got up to James Petty as he was in the end of his crash. I know he was catching up with his teammate to lap him. And I don't know if that's caught him out.
Oh, Locker nearly goes into
Williams
the back.
nearly hit him. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, I knew he was
his
catching
car's
up with his
been
teammate. But that was, wow. Okay. But that has allowed Egon to take the lead of the race. Off of Aaron. So Egon is our leader. Potentially Muddy. I know he was catching his Aston Martin teammate Invade, and I don't know any more than that because I went to have a look at what's going on at the back in a little battle. But that is not ideal. What I will do for the future though is
Now, do people pit? Does everyone?
that's the thing. Yeah,
Egon pits
will
because he was on
anybody?
softs.
Yeah, and Aaron's followed him in. Will Skyline? He will as well. Pro can't pit because his teammate's in the box, which might mess him up slightly as Tomo's in now. I think the whole grid's going to come in. Everyone that can. I would have probably double stacked in Pro's situation. Just to be safe, I would have probably double stacked it.
Staying out's not the worst idea if you're expecting another safety car and stuff.
Oh yeah. I didn't expect the person that crashed out though. I did not see that coming in a million years, as Pro is now our leader. With Locker in P2. And the worst thing for Ramsey is the safety car's come out and he's now 2 laps behind, I think.
Yeah, he will be.
Because
unfortunately,
I believe he did box and he's only just passed James Petty. So that's not ideal. But yeah, we have a little calm down moment. I did not expect our race leader to be caught up in something, especially in the situation it was. It was looking like he was comfortable. But if we look at the drivers that have pitted, who has chosen the hard tyres? Skyline has chosen the mediums. Tomo's chose the mediums. Aaron's chose the hards. MT has gone for the softs. So he clearly watched last week's race with in F4 around Bahrain. Because that strategy did work out for the driver that won. We got Chosen Tolby on the hards, Kabuki on the hards, JJ on the hards, Jokers is on the hard as well, Mando, Stars is in the pits for softs, and Daniel's gone for the hards as well. So it could be an interesting one, and Egon's on the medium tyres as well, I forgot. JJ, you shouldn't get a time penalty under a safety car.
yeah.
Oh, that's like rookie mistakes.
That's
Kept doing
annoying.
that.
Yeah, it always irritates me when I do that. You
Yeah,
should-
I've done it
there's
before
no,
and
there's,
it
there
really
is
winds me
literally
up.
no reason. There's no reason to
Yeah.
be near the car ahead of you, like hitting them up the back or
Yeah,
getting time pens.
It's so frustrating when you do it.
But
But the
we're
thing
all
I
human.
don't like under a safety car is sometimes people like to be very close. As you can see, Pro to the safety car, he's not giving it much space. When he gets to a corner, he seems to get him very close to it, and I wouldn't like this.
No,
I'm on
I
board
would.
with him right now,
I
and he's
wouldn't
basically
do.
pushing it.
Considering if you tap that thing, like your wing just goes, it's like solid brick wall.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, I wouldn't get this close to it, that's for sure. Very brave man doing this. But we currently have a Haas leading on track, followed by Williams, an Alpine, and then our net leader, Egon, in the other Alpine, with Skyline. I think it's P2 now. I think he got past Aaron in the pit stop. Aaron is in P3 because he had wing damage, I presume, from what happened.
Oh, okay. So there may.
I'm going to double check that though.
Race director.
Once
Incidents.
I can. Yeah, can you check for me? Actually,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
my cat being a nuisance. Right. We're just waiting for the safety car, but we're going to have another lap because everybody else is going to be not catching up yet as Stars gets a time penalty
Aaron
under
did
the
get a
safety.
new front wing.
Yeah, because he was pretty close, so it must have been a fact of James maybe misjudged where Invade was going to be, and then obviously being so close, everybody just came together. That's all I can think of, unless they came together themselves, but I'm sure it'll be discussed afterwards. Stars Orphan, I don't know what he's doing on the final corner, but he seems to be very slow. Surely he hasn't got a delta at this point. Blue Sky has got a 5-second fine penalty for ignoring yellow flags. What is he doing?
Huh?
Where is he? Where's Blue Sky? I can't even see him.
He's 4.
Blue Sky?
Oh, he's dropped too far back.
Ah, right, I see.
So, if you drop too far back, it'll give you a timer at the top left, and then you have that timer to catch up. But he obviously chose to ignore that and pick himself up a 5-second pen for it.
Now he's ruined himself. Bit silly.
Not the wisest thing to do, but equally,
No.
I don't know, he might be talking to his missus or getting distracted elsewhere. We've all done it. I've been
Sounds
under
like
the
you're
safety
referring
car.
to past experiences.
Yeah, I've thought it was a full safety car under a virtual and things like that, and slowed down, and then realised way too late and picked myself up some pens before.
Wait, that's a good point. I didn't see this. Muddy Biscuits just pointed out. Look where Eden Pro is. He was first. How is he here? As Mando gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with FIFA Jokers. How has Pro ended up 7th?
He must have gone off track. He must have slid, and then everyone's overtaken him, and that's all she wrote.
When's Locker going to go here? He's gone. Locker's bolted. But Crunchy's gone with him. Crunchy has not let him out of
Egon
sight.
got a good... Egon's all over the back of Crunchy.
Yeah, and will Crunchy let his teammate through? He's only the teammate for tonight, but he is your teammate after all. Let him through. But he doesn't. Keeps in there. Skyline behind. We're going to have a battle here between the two Alpines, I think. Crunchy is not letting him through. He is holding him behind. He is not letting Egon through at all. This is going to end in tears if they're not careful. 2 lap tyres versus 10. We got a very, very clean restart though. Locker timed that to perfection for the rest of the field. Blue Sky got caught out massively from it.
Yeah, there's a few that got caught out. You've got Blue Sky got caught out. Chosen Tolby's been caught out. And then
I've also just
straight
realised
into
Pro
gaps.
has pitted again, by the way. I don't really know what happened, but he is in the pit lane and he's got a fresh set of softs on. Crunchy, actually, maybe the reason he didn't let him through is because he thinks he can attack. He is all over Locker. I think he's going to have a go here. Very soon, we got a yellow flag. It's Ferrari
Mando.
at the back. It's Mando in the gravel. Now, who is going to have a move here in the background? I can see 2 cars going side by side. It's Skyline and Blue Sky. Skyline and Blue
Tomo's
Sky.
coming as well.
Yep, Tomo's making the move.
Oh, he's turned it. Oh!
Oh,
It's
no.
round.
That's not ideal. Don't come back
He's
onto the
reversing.
racing line. Oh, Tomo, he's put the... Uh-oh.
I
He
think
put
someone's
Tolby
come.
into a spin there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Drive-through penalty, and
That's
I do
unfortunate.
believe that's
FIFA
justified
Jokers
as Jokers is
round.
around as well. But, oh, Mando's around again as well. Chaos.
Ramsey's round
Right.
as well. Right. Everyone's facing backwards.
Yep, Locker is in P1. I think Crunchy Bear has lost a few positions. He must have had a spin on that lap and all. Crunchy's dropped massively. Don't know what happened there,
A
but
few
Egon
drivers
is now in
picking up
P2.
time pens as well. What's that? The restart.
Yeah, and it looked like everybody spun on the same lap. Which was carnage. Absolute pure carnage. They all spun on the same lap, and we couldn't catch it all, unfortunately. But now Egon will be making this move nice and comfortably, probably on Locker. He's using his ERS. Locker's got a bit more to defend with. Egon's trying to come around the outside. Locker's going down the middle, and he defends the position for now.
Yeah, but this has just allowed
defending.
Aaron to catch up and get on the back of them.
Yeah, Aaron is closing, isn't he? He's on the way, and he's on the hard tyres, which could get to the... Well, they will get to the finish, I think. I think the hards will be okay to the end.
Yeah, the hards will be okay to the end.
Locker has to pit again. Egon potentially has to pit again. I don't know. I'm not really sure on the strategy myself.
I'm not sure about the mediums, but I presume
Yellow flag.
they would be okay to... Considering the softs can go 15, 16 laps at a push.
Yeah.
You'd expect the mediums to be able to...
Yeah, I think you might be right on that one. But this front three battle now that Locker has somehow found himself in the midst of. To be honest, the ERS does not come back. Oh, invade, no. And somebody else is around as well. Mando is around again. Egon's going for the move now. I had to go back to the front. Egon's going to pass him easily with the DRS. Comfortable pass, is it? Looks like Locker's defending with all of his ERS, actually.
They're both
going to be side by side. Aaron is there, and Egon makes it. It's a good move, that. He's coming back at him, though. Locker's not giving this position up yet. But Aaron's just going to sit behind. Is he going to make the move soon as possible? He's just chilling for the moment.
Daniel managed to get past Blue Sky at the end of the straight.
Ah, lovely move then from Daniel. Bit of DRS assistance.
Yates
As Yates Ewan has just passed Kabuki, is that? As Mando's out. Mando's
he calls it a day, yeah.
Yeah, he's had a few spins. He's not had the best of days.
I think, especially with this track, for a lot of people, they've not done too much practice on it. Like, it varies from person to person.
Yeah, it's a frustrating circuit, I think. It doesn't help. Whoa, Aaron's trying to go side by side with Locker, and he makes the move before the DRS straight, which was probably a silly move before the activation point. And, oh no, Aaron does get it. I think that's... Oh, Locker gets it as well. Okay. I think that might have been lucky on his behalf, as Invade gets another time penalty. But is Locker going to come back at Aaron? Thinking about it. Can't do it, though. So Egon's now the leader with Aaron in P2, who leads on penalties as it stands. I'll bring them up for some guys if you want to see them briefly. He leads on pens as it stands, as we got a couple drivers making moves. Kabuki's gone past Ewan on the straight.
We're almost halfway, and yet we only have one person in double figures on the pens. That's gonna change on Thursday, isn't it? With me and you, Ray.
Yeah, I think it might. I have a funny feeling.
Yellow flags.
As
Ferrari
it's
around.
Daniel. The other Ferrari's in a mess. As there's been a saying going around in the chat. I'm sure it'll pop up in a moment when they realise both Ferraris have had problems. But we'll continue for now. Aaron is all over the back of Egon. I think he'll be making this move nice and soon. Coming down into the heavy braking zone. As long as he gets a good exit out of this corner, he should be okay. But the ERS for both drivers is very low. Invade gets another time penalty. Aaron now should be able to make this move. He's closing, he's closing. It should be an easy move now. Yep, Egon gets out of the way. He's defending it though, slightly. Oh, Aaron makes the move.
Where's he going on?
He's the new leader.
He's going on hards.
Okay. Locker could have probably got away with softs at that point, I think. Maybe?
I think you do. He didn't have a wing change. I think you do a few more laps and go softs. Like, if you've stayed out, you stay out. You don't go to hards, which is the same strategy as the people that pitted under the safety car.
It does seem a little bit like he's bottled that.
A double negative move, that.
Yeah, it does seem like he's slightly bottled that decision, because he could have gone, like you said, a couple more laps, gone to the soft, he'd have been flying. But instead, he's gone for the conservative strategy and put the hard tyres on. So I don't know, I'm not sure, Locker.
Slivering what's with all the burning ERS. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, Ewan.
The front.
It's
the front
a pain to get back, isn't it? It's a pain to regenerate.
Skyline's
That's
the only
the
one
problem.
above. Skyline, man, JJ's, Kabuki. Oh, okay, so it's only the front drivers really, plus Invade.
And that might be the gap
made.
they've got. A little bit, anyway. As Skyline's going to go for a move. Is he on Crunchy? He's trying to go around the outside. Oh! Just enough space given by Crunchy, and good defending as well to keep the position. As Yates, he's now going for a move on Kabuki. Should be able to make this move stick down the inside. Kabuki defends slightly. And that's a good move from Yatesy, I think. It looked like there was slight bit of contact on the exit of turn 2, but they've both got through there just about. There's now FIFA Jokers all over the back of Invade, a bit further back down the field. As he goes slightly weighted onto the gravel, and he loses the position there to Daniel. And now he's going to have his teammate Locker right behind him. He should let Locker go. I wouldn't worry about fighting this one too hard. I've just noticed what's happened to Tomo in Pro. They were both looking really good at one point. And now they're down in 16th and 17th place.
Yeah, it's all gone pear-shaped.
Yeah, that's not ideal for either of those two.
I think it's only a matter of time for Skyline on Crunchy Bear.
Yes, and we've also got Egon coming back at Aaron at the front. I think he'll be able to close this gap just enough to make the move. I'm going to go back to Skyline though, because this looks more likely. As he just storms past Crunchy. That was easy for Skyline.
I mean, Crunchy's started on them tyres, so...
Yeah, so Crunchy's holding out for the softs, it looks like. Which is the way you want to be going. But at the front again, Egon is basically pushing Aaron through these few corners. He is not letting him go at all. But neither driver has ERS. So all this time, Egon's using it. He needs to save it, conserve it a little bit. But he's using it every chance he gets. Up the hill there, using the ERS. He doesn't need to. It's a silly place to use it.
I think some people like to almost push the car ahead and harass them into mistakes, and others will conserve their ERS to overtake them at a later date.
Yeah. So what you're basically saying is there's the aggressive and then there's the smarter / relaxed versions. Yeah, it sort of makes sense. I mean,
sometimes you are better off, you know, trying to get on the back of a car just to force him into a mistake, but 9 times out of 10 the cooler head will win out.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have worded that any better, to be fair. As Tolby's now going to be making a move on Kabuki. I don't think Kabuki's going to defend it. Chosen Tolby passed him on the DRS straight, tried to give him a little bit of space there, and he makes a lovely overtake.
Invade's going to get swallowed up by Daniel, and maybe...
Yeah, Daniel stormed him.
Oh!
Whoa! The two Williamses came together.
Yeah, they did.
And
Locker's
been
put it up the
spun
inside.
around.
Whether it was too late or not, I can't tell.
That's a nightmare for the Williams team principal. We'll have to be dealing with that in the garage later. As Locker now gets a time penalty, he's probably livid. Now you got Egon all over the back of Aaron still, but not saving his ERS. Same situation. He's just burning it, and he's not really gaining because he's using it.
Invade,
but then again,
very close
is his
to
plan? I'm
he's cut the
if,
chicane.
okay then.
That's allowed him to get a good run. Oh, it is. No, he did back out. Gonna say the second to
Yeah.
last corner. Although Daniel runs wide, and that's allowed FIFA Jokers through also.
Oh, okay. That's poor mistake there from Daniel. He's struggling a little bit today. And he doesn't get the DRS as well as a double punishment. The two drivers in front get it and they just managed to gap him because of it. Look at the time they gained. That's crazy. As we now go through the order, our current leader is still Aaron out front with Egon in P2. Skyline sat pretty in P3 right now, with the driver behind him that has time penalty. So he's looking very, very good for the third place as long as he keeps it nice and clean and doesn't do anything silly. Egon has a time penalty as well, so he's basically trying to keep the 3-second gap to Skyline. And maybe that's why he's sitting in the DRS and using as much as possible just to stay with Aaron, just so he keeps the gap. That might be what's going on. But I don't think... Oh, Crunchy's in the pit lane. Crunchy has boxed. He's going for the softs. He could have probably gone a couple laps earlier. And as Slytherin's just said... Oh, Egon nearly at the back of Aaron then. That was close. As Slytherin just said in the chat, Skyline needs to pit again. Has Skyline done the medium?
I will check.
I didn't know. I didn't see it there.
He has,
I didn't see it.
Medium.
Ah, so he needs to box for the softs. So P3, you can't even say it's MT the Mighty. MT the Mighty is on 12-lap-old soft tyres. I think JJ is our net P3. I think JJ might be net P3 as things stand, but he does have 6 seconds of time penalty, so he needs to keep the gap to Toby. So if he keeps it clear, oh, he loses the back end. JJ, don't panic, but you are net
Crunchy
P3,
Bear
be
and
careful.
Crunchy Bear and Jokers come together. Ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
As
not a good one.
Crunchy's just got himself out of a wall, hasn't he? I just came to him. Oh, Crunchy. As Egon now going for a move, is he? He's basically pushing Aaron through here. Oh, wow. JJ has continued past his teammates, so JJ is in P4 right now. Skyline does have 11-second gap over JJ, so I don't know how long a pit stop will take around here. I'm not really sure.
Where's MT the Mighty going to come out? How much work will he have to do?
Yeah, where's MT sitting? He's behind Crunchy, so he's going to be behind Crunchy Bear and in that lovely little gap between Locker. And let's go back to the front boys, see what's going on. It looks like Egon. It looks like Egon is doing all right there. He's just keeping the gap. And yes, as Slytherin says, Skyline does need to box soon. Otherwise, he's not going to have enough time.
Taking FIFA Jokers should be easy.
Yeah.
He's on new softs.
Yeah, he's already got him. But FIFA Jokers is also on 17 seconds a pen, so I don't think he's much of a worry at the moment.
We've also been joined by a third
Tom.
Tom. She's about 2 weeks old.
Bless her. She's got very, very insightful information there for us.
Yeah, I don't think she likes this race.
It's just sort of like listening to Rocket.com, isn't it?
Right, let's not go there. I may have to mute for a second. Over to you.
Right, that's fine, mate. I'm good. As the gap's now at the front, it looks like it's gap. It looks like Aaron's got away, but Aaron is on the hard tyre to Egon's medium. So maybe Egon's starting to struggle, or he had a mistake somewhere, but he is 1.3 seconds back from Aaron now. Those hard tyres are coming into their own. At the front, we got a yellow flag. It looks like it might be Invade again. No, it's Daniel. Daniel P45 off the circuit once again.
Yeah,
he's not having a good time of it today.
Had a few backwards moments today, but he's still sticking it in there.
Yeah, he's He's having an interesting race, shall we say? Is that the best way to word it? He's doing an interesting one.
Eventful will
Eventful,
be the
yes. But at the front now, the gap is up to 1.4. Aaron is pulling the pin. Because I don't think there's anything Egon can do. Those tyres are feeling horrible. As JJ now takes P3 as Skyline's in the pits. Where's Ewan going to come out? Is he going to be ahead of Skyline? Just about. What about Kabuki? Kabuki's going to be behind Chosen Tolby. He's going to be quite close to Skyline on the exit. And he's in front of Skyline. Where's Kabuki going to be? Is he going to get him as well? He's his teammate after all, so it's not going to be a hard pass. But Kabuki has got Skyline as well. That is not ideal for Skyline. He's in some traffic there. But you have Egon now 1.3 seconds behind. He seems like he's trying to close the gap. Skyline's now stuck behind his teammate Kabuki. He needs Kabuki to let him through as soon as possible.
Yeah, where is he going to let him through?
Is he letting him through or is he battling him? Because this is
I think he just left him loads of room around the outside there.
He let him go there. Skyline's ERS is 65. 65. So now it looks like Skyline has to push. Egon's in the pits.
He doesn't think his medium will get to the end.
Unless he's got damage. I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't think he can make it. Okay. Is he going to beat JJ to the line? Or is JJ going to be in front of him? It's going to be close. I think JJ's got him by a mile, actually. JJ's currently sitting in P2, but he does have time penalties. That's not going to help him. Yeah, that looks like the hard stoppers of Aaron and JJ have absolutely smashed this. Yatesy Ewan's going to be sat in behind right now. We got a yellow flag. It looks like it is a McLaren. I would presume
Bear's going to send it down the inside.
Ramsey's got a couple cars coming up behind him. Oh, the throwing round! It's Daniel again. Daniel's had another crash. I just saw it in the background. But now Aaron has a lovely gap. He can't be afford to do anything silly like he did on the exit there. That's risking way too much. As we have another yellow flag. As Invade just gets absolutely bullied out of the way there by Mr. Crunchy Bear. He said, I'm coming through no matter what you say. Give me the space. Now you got Egon thinking about a move down the inside of Yatesy Ewan at the first available opportunity into the chicane. Sits behind him for the moment. Now, Aaron's in the pits. Aaron's boxed. What's Aaron doing? He could go to the end. Why is he boxed?
Does he have enough time? Does he just think he's got enough time to cut line to get a free pit stop? Will he come out of man JJ? Yeah,
Egon's going to jump him. Egon's going to jump him. That is a huge error. Why is he boxed? Egon's jumped him. As I expected. Why on earth is he boxed? He had the race in the bag. That is a mistake and a half. As Yatesy Ewan just moves out of the way of Aaron. He doesn't even battle him. Maybe they're friends. That is a strange call. I would have gone for just the race win there and not worried about anything.
You can't really defend on new softs versus 23 lap old hard, so I don't blame Yatesy for yeeting out of the way.
Yeah, true. True. But now we have another yellow flag. It's Mr. Daniel again. To be fair to Daniel and Ramsey, you've done well to continue up to this point. I would have 100% just said...
Man, JJ nearly collected him. There's going to be a few.
Whoa! Oh, Yatesy Ewan nearly got to him. Why is he sat there? He needs to reverse off the racing line a tiny bit. As Egon has just been passed by Aaron. Aaron's just passed Egon.
I don't think it was... He was off...
Daniel's been disqualified. Parked in a dangerous location.
He was at the edge of the track, but if someone took that too wide, they were almost collecting him. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, true. And yeah, you do have a point there, Muddy. A late safety car would have absolutely messed him up, so maybe it's the right call. But I wouldn't have liked to risk it, personally. But now it's all up. Whoa! Egon's off the track! Egon's miles off the track! Is he going to stay ahead of Skyline? It looks like it, but Egon has just made a big mistake. Went so far off. But he's managed to keep it out the wall from what I saw. Now Aaron's all over the back of JJ. JJ should just let him go. As it was previously pointed out, what is the point of defending on 18-lap old hard tyres to the softs that are brand new? He's better off just letting him through. He's going to storm past either way. As now Aaron is all over the back of JJ. JJ might defend this. I don't know. Just as long as Aaron doesn't hit the back of him and does anything silly, he's in a brilliant place here. As he comes around the final corner, he's going to get the traction. He's going to get the DRS. This is going to be the easiest race lead overtake you'll ever see in your life. Here he goes. Goes past him. As JJ's got some ERS. Is JJ using it? No, he's not. JJ's got 68% of ERS that he has not used. Interesting.
He should just try.
Okay.
I would use it to try and stay in Aaron's DRS.
I would use it now. It's the best time to use it is now. Get that 6-second gap that you need over Skyline it will be at this point. And just be sensible. Use it where you can on the straights. Because 83%, you don't want to be left with that at the end of the race. It's pointless.
Yates is round.
Yatesy, oh dear. As I saw a comment from from RSF1 Hunt. Come on, Mercedes podium.
25 lap old hards. Maybe that is the limit. Maybe pushing them too far.
Never mind. Oh, Rubens, you've had a shocker there, buddy. As Invade gets another pen. And it looks like, now that that car's out of the way, Skyline, all he's got to do is close this gap to 6 seconds to JJ. If JJ can... Well, I was going to say if JJ can stick with Aaron. Aaron's already 2 seconds up the road. So if JJ can just keep going, he might get P2, P3 here.
I mean,
but
P3 would be a massive achievement. So.
Yeah, I think likely for JJ at this point, P5 is looking more than likely, maybe P4. Because you got the guys behind you on this soft tyres, and they are gaining. As MT the Mighty goes for a move now. He's going to pass Kabuki down the straight. The camera angle's so awful, I couldn't see it, but makes the move. And he's up an extra position. We got a yellow flag. Who is it? Is it Invade again? It is Invade, and he's lost his front wing. Oh, Invade. This is one of those races you want to forget, mate. It's been a shocker. Skyline's nearly got the gap down to 6. He's just under 7 seconds now. He needs an extra second to get P2. And I think he'll get it, as long as he doesn't get a time penalty. But you can see he's being very, very cautious.
Every time I think someone's having
smart.
a decent race, they're facing the wrong way.
Exactly. Yeah, JJ needs to use this ERS. What is he doing? JJ, if you can hear us, or if Rocket, you can hear us, tell him to use his ERS. He needs to use it. 76% is useless to you at the end of the race.
I think Crunchy Bear and
he's
Egon
not using it.
are battling each other.
Yeah, it looks like it. These two have not given each other any sort of favours so far in this race. So I wouldn't expect it to start now. JJ's starting to use his ERS. Okay, good. Just use it in the right places. Don't put yourself into a spin. Now he is, as you can tell, he's one of those drivers that people absolutely love. He's just a nice guy and he deserves something out of this season. And if it's just one podium, fair enough.
Locker manages to get past the 8C.
Yeah,
on the
Locker,
fresher hards.
Yeah, Locker had to make that move eventually. I'm going to leave the time penalties up for everybody now for the rest of the race. You can see what the gaps are that we're working with. JJ's coming around there. We've got Aaron, who is 4.3 seconds up the road. Stars Orphan, I think, has just made a move on Invade, who is in the pit lane. Surprised he hasn't retired. Credit to Invade for continuing. Now, it looks like Egon has lost the battle with his teammate Crunchy Bear. Crunchy has managed a gap. But at the moment, this current situation is Aaron is ahead going into the penultimate lap of the race by 5.4 seconds. JJ's sitting in second. Skyline in P3. And then P4 is Crunchy with Egon P5. And Chosen Toby just sitting on his own in P6 place right now. Catching up with a lapped McLaren of Ramsey, I believe that is.
I'd have thought Skyline would make more inroads on JJ, but he hasn't been able to. on the.
No, it doesn't look like he is, you know. I don't know what's going on there.
7.4 behind.
It's making me question my strategy. It doesn't seem to be that powerful.
Strategy. Roll the dice.
Yeah. On the day, how do you feel? But no, hold on. We're saying this. Look at the gap coming down now. It's down to 6.7. He is gaining now. Looks like he's he preserved for a lap, maybe? And now he's coming. JJ was slightly off the track there. He can't afford to get another time penalty or he loses P3. He needs to be sensible. Either P2 or P3 is on the cards here if he stays on the track. Now Aaron is coming around to start his final lap of the race. And yes, I know, Muddy. Don't worry, buddy. I forgot last week. I won't forget this week. Don't you worry. But Aaron is doing a cracking job out front for my team, Team Haas. He's doing us proud. As he comes around on his final lap now, there's no battles to really watch. We've actually got Locker gaining on Kabuki, actually. We'll go back and have a little look at this.
It's Yatesy, Locker, Kabuki.
Yeah,
Locker, unfortunately, has 12 seconds of pen, so it's not going to matter, but still nice to have a little race.
Exactly. Skyline's going to get P2, you know. Skyline's nearly under a 6-second gap. We got a yellow flag. I think it might be our friendly invade again. It is friendly invade again. Oh, Aaron gets a time penalty. That could have been risky. You've got to be careful.
And invades,
Okay,
yeah,
he's
lost his.
Lucky Aaron's got the gap at the top. But he does pick up a time penalty on this final lap. As we now go on board with Aaron for the rest of this lap, JJ has decided to conserve, which is probably smart. Don't get any extra penalties. Just stay on the track. You're going to lose P2. But as it stands, you are the current P3. As Aaron now comes around the final corner, swerving to the line. He's going to win race number 2. And you make it back-to-back wins for Haas and for himself. Brilliant win for him. JJ is going to come home in P2 on track. Is he going to get P3? I think he might, you know. As Skyline gets P2 by 8 tenths, JJ is P3. Crunchy Bear comes home in P4. Egon gets P5. Toby's going to come home in P6.
I think he's going to jump him.
Oh, Toby got Egon. So Toby 5, Egon 6. MT the Mighty going to get 7th. Locker's going to finish 8th, but drop to 10th place, it looks like. As Yatesy Ewan and Kabuki. So Kabuki gets 8th, Yatesy Ewan 9th. Locker's going to get 10th. Blue Sky's going to come home in P11. Invade, credit to you, mate, for finishing the race. Well done after everything that happened to you in that race. Credit for finishing.
Same goes for Ramsey
Orphan
as well. He was lapped after 2 laps.
Yes, and Ramsey. Credit to Ramsey. He's just kept going. I would have retired that car so fast. I think most people would have. But well done for finishing. Hail King Tomo is going to come home in P13, which is quite disappointing. He looked like he had a lot more pace in him today. And Pro is going to come home in P15 with Invade getting 16th, was it? And words now failed me because I've forgotten the order. Good memory, hey?
There were cars, they finished.
Yeah, there was loads
Driver
of
of the
cars
day
and they finished the track.
from the game is Crunchy Bear. Obviously, you can vote on Twitter for
Yeah.
your driver.
I know who
of the day.
gets mine. I know who gets mine. So, and that would be Mr. JJ because he's done a cracking job to get his first ever podium. As Hush is very happy for him. Zach's going on about the Tory party. Brilliant. Cool. If you don't mind inviting our top 3 in a moment. But I'll just on for everybody. And we'll go all the way down to the bottom. There we go. The dumps. And which is only Mando, James and Daniel. Ramsey was 2 laps down. FIFA Joker and Invade both got lapped. But it was a very, very, very entertaining race. And I enjoyed every second of that. As our winner is Aaron. P2 goes to Skyline. And P3 goes to Mr. JJ. I got you, Muddy. Don't worry.
Ramsey takes the fastest lap as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the fastest lap. So credit to him, he got the fastest lap. He ruined somebody else's day. Good lad. Well done. Right, let's leave this session and get to the cars. Do we have all 3 of our top 3 in the party?
No.
Because I have no idea.
We
Who
have.
hasn't joined?
We have 2.
First.
Oh, my teammate hasn't joined. Fantastic. Cool.
Yeah, the qualifying. The very nice person.
The F3 driver.
Love
I'm allowed to say that as
love
my
a bit
teammate.
of fishing in the evening.
Exactly. It's good, isn't it? Right. So what I'll do is I'll go across to the.
If you can all include
Forgot
your
how to get
audio,
to
make
show
sure
them.
the box is
Oh, yes.
clicked in the party chat, please.
Yes. You especially, JJ, seeing you've never been here before, mate.
I already did it.
Good lad. So P3. This is how bad my memory is. P3.
JJ.
JJ in the. What car was
Red
you, JJ?
Bull.
Red Bull.
Yeah, Red Bull.
Okay, so I'll do P3 and P1 and you get
Yeah.
P2, yeah? Is that good for you? So, first of all, congratulations on your first ever podium, JJ. This is brilliant. I wasn't actually expecting to see you today. You've done a cracking job. You've pulled it off on the strategy. But first of all, let's get started on qualifying. How was you feeling after your quali? And was you disappointed or was you happy?
I was happy with my qualifying because I was like, yeah, this race is not going to go good, and I don't like the track. But that clearly changed.
Okay, that's a good sign. You know, you found your rhythm in quali, so that's always a good start. And you wasn't at the back, was you? So it's always a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got to the race start. I don't know if you witnessed any of the carnage or managed to get through the carnage, but there was a lot going on. I don't know if you were caught up. Did you get any damage from it, or was you just ahead of everything?
I didn't get any damage, but I was all behind it. I was just braking very cautiously, trying to escape it all. Just like, please no.
Yeah, because there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
The fact you came away with no damage there is quite impressive, to be honest with you. But yeah, you managed to get through all of that at the start of the race, and then you had the safety car. I don't think you pitted under the first safety car, did you? It was the second safety car, which basically you then took the hard tyres to the end, which they must have felt awful by the end of the race. They couldn't have felt good.
They felt completely fine.
Did they?
Yeah.
Maybe your tyre
Also,
wears better than mine then.
Shout out to Lincoln as he told me to do it.
Yeah, okay, fair play, Lincoln. He obviously paid you to say shout out to Lincoln because he loves a bit of attention.
Yes.
So, fair enough. More importantly, did Rocket stay with you today? Or did he leave
Yes,
you?
but he told me to tell you that he helped me get to a podium. He didn't help at all. He was just playing Forza for the whole time, doing absolutely nothing.
Sell him out, love that. But yeah, well, congratulations on your first ever podium. I bet you're over the moon because that's one of many because you've been improving as a driver this season. Obviously, I've raced with you ever since you were, last year before, when you were way off the pace.
Yeah.
Like nowhere, was you? But
like
you've just got
20
so
seconds,
much
I think.
faster. Yeah, you've got so much faster and big improvements. You deserve this. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And secondly, how are you feeling for Portimao?
To be fair, absolutely no clue. I haven't even thought about it.
Brilliant! Well, that's good. Well, get yourself practicing. I expect to speak to you again because that was a very impressive performance. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And now I'll pass you on to Mr. Immortal, who is going to interview our number 2 driver today.
I'm a number 2 driver
He's
now.
there.
That's just rude.
Wow. You finished second.
Good, another good points for Team Tory. So, doing well this week. You qualified P3 if I'm correct.
I believe so, yeah.
Do you believe you had it in you to challenge the front 2?
No, not really, no. Because I know compared to Aaron, like I can get reasonably close in qualifying, but he's got such solid race pace. Like, it was just more of a game of finish best of the best, basically. So that's my aim really.
Well, you certainly did that with coming home in second. Although, am I correct saying you went medium, soft?
Yes.
Was there any? Was you trying to make it hard for yourself, or
Well,
rather than put it on the
I'm kind
hard?
of banking on a late safety car, if I'm
Late
completely
safety car.
honest. Because if there was a late safety car, I look like an absolute genius. But because there wasn't a late safety car, I look like an absolute moron.
I mean, P2, I wouldn't quite say moron. So I'd say very well hedging your bets, should we say?
I mean, I think I had it's mainly like a consistency thing as well, like because a lot of people had issues around here. So for me, it was just I drove a little bit slower than my true potential race pace at like beyond like the first safety car, because I thought, you know what, people are making mistakes left, right, centre. There's going to be quite a few incidents. If I just go a little bit cautious, don't risk any curbs or spins, like I'll get more than I probably should at the race, and it kind of worked. So.
Yeah, it definitely worked. Everyone did have a fair few spins and stuff, although we only ever got the one safety car, which was nice. And not many retirements, so that's nice to see. Moving forward to the next race, how do you think you will do?
In my opinion, if people are struggling around Imola to keep the car on the track, Portimao is going to be a living nightmare, because that track is a hell of a lot worse than Imola. So,
Don't tell me that. I've not touched 1 minute of it yet.
oh, there's I won't say anything else. But if it's a mixed conditions race as well, like that will be. No, just have a week off if it's raining.
Lap 1, 20 cars retired in the pits. GG's.
The only person that'll finish the race would be Aaron, because you know he just wants to win races, so he'd be like the one person that'll just see it through.
Well, we look forward to seeing what you can do next week. Over to you, Chris.
I'm not here next week. I'm ill.
You'll be here. You'll be here.
Oh.
You have to, Team Tory. You need to carry me. Get as many points as you can, because I won't be getting many.
That's very, very helpful. I appreciate that.
Right, first of all, congratulations for your P2 there. And
Thank you.
Secondly, congratulations to the back-to-back winner, Aaron Batt, who is in the Haas car now permanently. So well done, mate, first of all. And you showed some epic pace, which I kind of expected, because in practice you looked really quick, and you were very, very happy in the chat beforehand, because you expected this, didn't you? You expected to be at the front.
Well, I am very happy indeed. I've got to say, bad luck to James, because he drove an incredible bit up until his crash, and very unlucky, and felt bad for him. And I'm gonna say this: James probably deserved the win today. He was by far the best driver on the track. I couldn't keep up with him even in qualifying. That lap was just storming, so fair play to James. But yeah, I got lucky again. Yeah, just with that DNF from James, that just killed the race off a little bit. But happy with the win. But yeah, on to next week in Portimao.
Yeah, well, you didn't show the sort of qualifying lap that I would have expected from you. I thought you had a little bit more in that lap. I think maybe there was a mistake or two, because I know you've got some crazy lap pace in you. Was there a mistake?
Well, going through a few corners, like, you can't chance it on strict one cut, can you? Because sometimes you can just go off by the smidge and your lap is ruined. So in Q3 on the last lap, I did make a few mistakes. I'm going to be honest in that. I did make a few mistakes where I could have gone a lot more quicker in that corner, or where I was overdoing it. But from earlier. You know, I tried to take that inspiration into this one, but clearly that didn't happen. But P2, but yeah.
Yeah, well, overall, it was not a bad place to start. And then you came into the race, you got your strategy right. You were following James for a while, wasn't you? And then you guys started just to gap the rest of the field slightly. And then James had his incident. I didn't actually catch it. Do you have any sort of visuals from where you were? Did you see what happened? Did you get caught up in it? Like, what was the...
Going through Tamburello, which is the second corner, first braking zone. At the exit of that, I saw him go off, and I'm like, that caught me by off guard completely, because I was just fully focused. But then him going off, and I'm not gonna lie, I did make a moment. I did hit the wall, so I did have damage, but I was quite fortunate. But yeah, he was. I believe it was when Invade, and I think it was a Ferrari. I think it was. It was there. Then James must have not realised it was that quick, and he just lost it. But yeah, that completely off guard, and yeah, I feel bad for him. So James, head up, mate, and we'll be back for next week in Portimao.
Yeah, that is true. You two have got some good pace, and I think it'll be a good championship battle between you two. As I just noticed a message from Invade, and I'm gonna read it out. He got distracted. He distracted James, he thinks, being too gorgeous sat in front of him. He ain't getting away with that one not being read out. Sorry, Invade, but
Matt, come on, Matt, come on.
But yeah, so overall you did very well, and you're up to 50 points now, aren't you? You've got 2 wins. I don't think you've got the fastest lap either race, but you've got both wins so far this season. So you are building a championship contender. You know, you're a very, very good driver, and you might actually be there at the front.
Oh,
but
I'm gonna be a Max Verstappen here. I'm gonna say I'm taking race by race. I'm not trying to get myself ahead of things because I could just bottle it, but I'm just taking it race by race. Simple as.
Good way to see it, mate. But talking of race by race, Portimao, how are you feeling? You going to be there again?
Well, next Tuesday will be a very special day. I'm not trying to think about it for myself, but yeah, it will be my birthday next Tuesday, so I will be there to race at Portimao. So yeah, hopefully it can be. I'm not trying to get myself ahead of here, but it would be a nice birthday present to win it again. But who knows? Anything can happen in league racing. It's the unpredictability of racing itself. You could one moment you could be storming away, next minute you could be in the wall. So anything can happen.
Yeah, correct. Good way to see it.
You use Skyline GG on your podium, and to MNJJ's on your very first podium. So congratulations to both of you guys, and take it easy.
Can you slow down next week so we can have a battle? Because it could be quite nice to have a battle. You know.
Well, I'm not sure.
I know he's behind me after the safe car restart, but that didn't take very long, really, did it? Let's be honest.
Well, I just picked my lines, didn't I? So anything can happen next week. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Oh, well, that is F5 around Imola. It was a very exciting race. Non-stop, basically, from start to finish. We had the incidents, we had everything in that race. But tomorrow, we now switch our attention to F3. Do you remember who the comms team is for F3 tomorrow? Immortal. Because I can't remember off the top of my head, but we have a couple people there for the comms.
Is it? I want to say Timmer. No.
No, Timmer's on Thursday with Rubens, or RSF1 Hunt, whatever he wants to be referred to as these days. Changes his name every 2 minutes. But tomorrow we do have a couple people. I'm just trying to read it at the moment off the top of my head. Days Freak and someone. But yeah, tomorrow they will be live. I'm sorry, but I can't remember. And I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight's race here for F5. They're entertaining as always. I've been RSF1 Chris. I've been joined with Mr. Immortal. And we will see you next week. And we'll see you tomorrow for F3.